Good morning, Flosstube. This is Darlene Dion with Darlene Dion Designs. Thank you for stopping by to see me here on Flosstube. I am a cross-stitcher and a quilter. I design quilt patterns under the name Darlene Dion Designs. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you dropped by. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. You can find me here on Flosstube. You can find me on Instagram under the same name, and you can find me on Facebook under the same name in a group. It is January 10th on Monday morning. We are having a clear day today, but lots of wind. We had a very stormy weekend. Friday morning we started with a snowstorm. Quite a significant snowstorm. I never did actually hear any total accumulation amounts because we lost power Friday evening. Well, we lost power Friday afternoon for about an hour. Then it came back for about an hour over the supper hour. And then we lost power again at around 6:30 on Friday evening. And we never got power back until yesterday morning, Sunday at 10:30. So it was about 40 hours. Heavy wind, heavy snow, heavy snow. I would say we had between 12 and 15, maybe 12 inches. Some places, and it drifted a lot, so it's hard to say. But yeah, it was a good storm. I love a good storm. And the older I get, I don't love the power outage like I used to, but I loved it when I was young. But yeah, I love the quietness of the power outages. There's no buzzing, there's no lights, there's no humming of motors anywhere. I just love that. Anyway, it is good to have power back. We didn't have any problems. We have a wood stove, and so that's how we heat our house anyway, so we were snugly and warm. And I didn't have good enough light to stitch much. I did a little bit with a flashlight. You find ways to do what you want to do. Anyway, Happy New Year. This is my first time back since before Christmas, so I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Our Christmas was very quiet. My mom lives in a nursing home. She has dementia, and I so was looking forward to being able to bring her here for Christmas Day. And just a few days before Christmas, the restrictions changed so that we weren't able to bring her out. But my sister and I were able to go in and be with her on Christmas morning there, which was nice. She was very happy. I don't think she really grasps that anything was, or that she wasn't at home. Dementia is what it is. So we had a great morning with her, and she was very happy, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Our kids were not home Christmas Eve. Our son and his girlfriend came in the afternoon on Christmas Day, spent some time with us, so that was nice. Our daughter didn't get home until New Year's Eve, and so it just made a quiet week, which honestly are my favorite Christmases. When I think back over the last few years, especially when I had the shop, when I was working or whatever, those were my favorite memories. The Christmases where we just sat around, we watched Christmas movies, we snoozed, we ate yummy food. Those are my favorite Christmas. There weren't the ones where we rushed to get to this house or that house or this event or that concert. They were quiet Christmases, and that's exactly what this one was. Because of COVID, we weren't able to do the large family gatherings that we normally do. But we made the best of it, and it was very nice. And like I said, our daughter came home on New Year's Eve, and so she and her husband were here with us for a few days. We played games, we watched movies, we had a good time. So yeah, it was great. And now we're back into the swing of things. I've been stitching, I've been sewing, I've got some things to share with you today. I've got some FFOs. I have some FFOs that were gifts, so I have pictures of those to show to you, because I'm going to show them to you on my iPad. I don't know how to add a picture into the video. My daughter was doing that for me, and it took so long to upload, send it to her, and then yeah, it just was like twice the upload. So I'm just going to show them to you on my iPad. I have some finishes, some starts. I have some previous finishes, some Christmas gifts and haul, and a little bit of quilting. My quilting I will wait and share at the end. If you're not interested with that, you can just move on. Yeah, I was thinking there was something else I wanted to tell you about too, but anyway, we'll see as we go. So I'm going to start with some FFOs. I'm on a mission to make some wintry littles, smalls for me, to have around my home. So I started this little one, and of course I can't remember all of the names. I'm pretty sure this is by Glory B, and it was in a previous issue of Just Cross Stitch Magazine's the ornament edition. Issue. And I finished it with just some navy, really rich navy fabric on the back, and I put pom-pom trim around the edge. That was my first time to use pom-pom trim, and I've got that here somewhere to show you, but I guess it's covered up. I'll show it to you when I get to the haul. Anyway, this one's really cute. It sits in my tier tray for now, and I love it. I'm pretty sure I used the called for colors, I think. And it's on a piece of blue 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. So here's that one. So that was I finished that just before Christmas. Or I actually FFO'd it after Christmas, but. And then this one I started, can't remember what day I started it. I think it was after Christmas. Yeah, it was after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. And this is Winter, and it was designed by Melissa from Pinkernpunkin Quilting. And she finished it with some strips of fabric at the bottom, so I copied her idea with that and some lace across the middle, and I love it. Love, love, love it. I had some red and white vine fabric to put on the back, and it is just so cute. It's got the little snowman and the tree and the cardinal. Anyway, I just can't say enough about Melissa's sweet designs and how generous she is to share them with us. I'll put the link for her blog below. And this one I finished, and I'm pretty sure I showed it to you in an earlier Flosstube. This is also from a previous issue of the Ornaments magazine, Just Cross Stitch. And it's a Prairie Schooler. It's like a log cabin house in there with stripes, and I changed the house color. I didn't want the stripes. And I know it's a Christmas design, but it works well with Christmas. It works well with winter. It doesn't scream Christmas. So I finished that up so that I could have that in my tier tray or wherever. So again, I put some plaid fabric on the back, and I put the chenille trim around the outside. That was the chenille from Walmart, just a big old ball of, it's like a variegated red to cream chenille yarn. So yeah, I love that. Too cute. And then I'll show you some photos. I couldn't show you this before Christmas because I thought this one was for my sister. I thought she might watch this. So this is another Melissa from Pinkernpunkin Quilting design. And I had that lace. It's not really lace. It's trim. Oh, she's getting a glare there. And then I added a little holly button on there too. So I love it. She loved it. It's so cute. And then I mentioned I don't know what it was, I think it was the last, might have been 2 Flosstubes ago, I mentioned that I really wanted to do something that my daughter would treasure. And she's a minimalist. I made most of my friends and family that I was making gifts for ornaments, but her tree has like maybe 10 ornaments on it. I mean, mine is just like there's no room for any other ornaments on it, and hers is just exact opposite. And so I knew she really wouldn't want an ornament, but I just couldn't think of what else to give her or to make her. And her name is Bobby Joe. And when she was a little girl, we tagged her BJ right away from the beginning. We started calling her BJ. And as she grew, she got tagged B, and she's always signed her name B, B-E-E, as in Bumblebee. And so I thought, oh, I think maybe I'll stitch her some kind of a bee. So I stitched her this little bee. This is from, pretty sure it was Fox and Rabbit's, like Be Well design that they did during COVID. And it's just a small little thing. You can see it's in my daughter's hand there in the photo. So I think that was a 3 or 3.5 inch frame. So it is a tiny little thing, and she loved it. When she opened it, she said, "Oh, I really like this. I'm so glad it's not an ornament." So she can put that, she'll hang that. She has a lot of artwork that she has on display in her home. She's a graphic designer, and so yeah, she has a lot of art. So I think she'll sit that in amongst her art pieces. So anyway, I really loved it, and she loved it, and that's all that mattered. Oh my. This is, okay, these two things are quilting pieces, so I'll show you them later. So anyway, that was that. That was all of my FFOs, I think. So I'm going to move on to finishes. I've had, I guess my finishes are, there's only this one that isn't already FFO'd. So again, this is another one of Melissa's designs from Pinkernpunkin. And this is her winter salt box. I love it. I love it. I just finished this last night. And she has initials up here in her design, but I decided not to put the initials on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to FFO this as a pillow, a cushion, a little pillow. I'm trying to get the right color. The light is really blowing it out. This is gingerbread fabric. This is, that's pretty good right there. It is 28 count Lugana gingerbread by Picture This Plus. And if you want white to pop on a fabric, this is the fabric, because that white just pops beautiful. Like it just shows up so nicely. I did change the door color. I think her color was more like a cinnamon color, and I went with the red door. I love a red door. So whoops. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that on display soon, hopefully. Again, thank you, Melissa, for another sweet design. I just can't get enough of them. I was going through your blog last night, looking again for what I would start next. This was my Christmas Eve start. I'm going to try to do a Prairie Schooler Santa. I'm going to try to do a Prairie Schooler Santa start every Christmas Eve. I thought that was fun. And I had a very small start. And this is a thread hanging. I guess this is up. Yep. So yeah, just a very little bit of the edge of his cloak there. A little bit of the border. But yeah, that'll be fun. And that is 18 count Ada, beige Ada. Worked good for that. And then this is my Christmas Day start. Did I get a picture? I have a download, and no, I didn't save it, I guess. It didn't print, the color picture in the download didn't print good, but it is Though He Seemeth Sleeping. I love this sampler. I love the verse. And of course, I can't remember the verse. It's something about through the storm. It's Christ is in the boat with you in the ship and keeping you safe, though he seemeth sleeping. Isn't that awful? Oh my goodness. I wonder if I can find that quickly to show you the... There it is. Okay. And that way I can actually read you the verse. So it is just lovely verse. Dark the night and wild the waves, Christ the boat is keeping. Trust in him and have no fear, though he seemeth sleeping. I absolutely love that. So here is a picture of the sampler. Anyway, I am changing the colors. I saw one, it's a Lucy Beam design, and I saw one on her Facebook group that was more autumny colors, so I'm leaning most of my colors toward that. I'm trying to kind of just winging it as I go. But I'm stitching it on 25 count Lugana vintage mocha. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's that really popular vintage mocha one. And it is a little big, but I had this 25 count fabric in my, or the mocha fabric in my stash. And I really loved the way it looked on that color, so I decided to go with the 25 count instead of waiting to get the 28 count. So it wouldn't make that huge difference. So anyway, I really love it, and it stitches up fast. I have only stitched, maybe sat down and stitched on it twice, maybe 3 times, I'm not sure. But I'm really enjoying that. And like I said, I love the verse. Last night I had another start last night, and this is Winter Home by Roveras, and it is navy 28 count Lugana. This is blowing out a little bit, but getting a lot of glare there, that's a little better. This is 927, I think, and then I'm using the 5200, the B5200 white for the white. I'm gonna change the green color that's in it because the other didn't show up. I think I saved a picture of this to show you. Finished. Well, yeah, and I got this from this one was from an issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching magazine, and that's it there. So the green doesn't show up good on the navy fabric at all, so I lightened the green. I think I chose 987 to use for that, so everything else worked pretty good. So anyway, that was my start yesterday, so I'm looking forward to working on that. So that was all of my recent stitching. I feel like I'm missing one, but anyway, if I am, you'll see it next time. I did want to show you some previous finishes that I know you've seen before, but actually I'm going to show you this first. I mentioned, I think, in a previous video that my husband makes me a gift every Christmas, a handmade gift. And this year I had told him I would really like to have a bowl, a wooden bowl to display my cross-stitch pillows in. And he came across. So this is a pine, I don't know if you can see the strips there, you can see them good. Laminated strips, and then he carved out the center, and it's very nice. Anyway, so I have a picture on my Instagram with it filled with some of these little pillows and other things that I just showed you if you want to have a look at it. It's not too deep and I love it. So yeah, he's a keeper. Anyway, that's why I'm on a kick to try to get some more winter pieces finished, because I want to fill that up. And my picture, I stole some things from other displays to show you the picture. So these are some things that I thought I might finish that could go in the bowl year round. This is a little tomato pin cushion one from Pinkernpunkin Quilting again. So I thought a little cushion would work with that in any season. And this one is Be Kind from Whilst Iris Naps. That was a freebie from Christina. And again, I thought that would be good to go in the dough bowl for any season. And then these two are pieces that are previous finishes that I'm hoping to finish in the next little while, that I don't want to do cushions, I want to frame them. So this is my January cottage from Country Cottage Needleworks. And I meant to bring that upstairs. I have a little white frame that I think will work well with this series. So hoping to get that framed in the next few days, actually, while it's still January. And then this one is another one of Whilst Iris Naps pieces that I hope to finish in the next few days. Winifred M. Webb. So, yeah. So those are just a few things that I'm hoping to get to in the next little bit. Now, I wanted to show you some haul, and it's more Christmas gifts than anything I've purchased. My sister and I did a little advent for ourselves, each other this year. After watching Mama Loves You GB's Flossmas from last year, I thought, oh, it'd be so fun to open a floss every day, or to have a floss every day. So my sister and I did the 24 days of floss. But I went looking for advent calendars to put them in, but we couldn't find anything. So we just put them in red envelopes and numbered those. And yeah, that was fun. Really fun. And all my floss are out in the other room. I forgot to bring them in. She gave me some really different ones. A lot of them Moulin, DMC Moulin, I think it's called. They're glittery or shiny, satiny, and quite a few variegated ones too. So they're fun. But then, just like a week or so before Christmas, we were at Winners together, both of us, and we saw these. Oh, it has a light in it. I'll turn that on so you can see. We saw these little advent calendars that have little drawers, and they're great size for floss. So, my mom was not able to shop this year because of her dementia. So we each bought one of these to for Mom to give us, so we both have one now ready to go for next year. I'm going to start filling it right away. Anytime that I'm shopping or placing an order somewhere, I'm going to get a floss to add to her little advent house for next year. So that will be so much fun. It actually was a kit that you could paint, but we're not going to paint them. We like them with the wood grain, with the wood showing through. So anyway, that was one of my Christmas gifts. My bowl, I showed you that. My sister gave me the Ornaments magazine. I knew she had given me this, or I knew she had gotten me this, and I was like, I can't wait, I really need this, but she made me wait. Anyway, and she also gave me the custom quarter tool. I haven't attempted this yet. I've read it, and I can't see. I guess I need to watch maybe a Bono tutorial or whatever, because I grasp how it works, but it just seems like it's going to take so much, excuse me, so much floss to get anything substantial. We'll see. And then she also, most of these cross stitch gifts are from my sister. We did a lot of cross stitch gifts. I got my very first needle minder, little sewing machine. Isn't that cute? That is by Wood and Cat, and that is their Instagram name, and they have a website called woodandcat.com. I'll try to put that down below if my memory does that for me. And I got the new, well, it's new, I say new, Jingle All the Way chart from Little House Needleworks. I love this, love, love, love this, with the quilts hanging in the yard. So, yeah, I thought about changing my Christmas Day start to this after I opened it, but I decided to wait. I didn't really want it to be a Christmas piece, my Christmas Day start, but anyway, I'll start this later in the year. I love it. And she gave me this one, which also is Little House. Yeah, Little House Needleworks. And I would like to do all of these, so we'll see. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Nope. Anyway, I mentioned my using the pom-pom trim. I picked this up at Winners the same day we got that house thing. It's a pom-pom sew-in trim, which I did sew it in, and it's in 3 cut, well, like red and white mixed, and then plain red and the plain white. So it was $12.99 at Winners. I love Winners. Love, love, love Winners. I never know what you're gonna find there. So yeah, that is fun. And one other Christmas gift I got, my girlfriend Gail and I exchanged something handmade every year for Christmas as well, and I made her wall hanging. I have one hanging here in my house, just over here in red, that I received in a swap, and she really likes it and has mentioned it to me before, and so I made hers in black and tan fabrics, all scraps. Anyway, I really love it, and I don't know who the designer is. I did post online asking if anyone knew who the designer is, and someone did comment and say they had seen something, or they had designed something similar, but not exactly. Anyway, if you know who the designer is, please let me know. I'm kind of hoping to use this similar design in something I'm designing, but I don't want to do that if it's something that's a published pattern. So if you know who the designer is, please let me know in the comments below. And this was her gift to me. I have a little cabinet at the foot of my stairs that is just, you know, it's a cabinet that has little drawers, and I use it for display pieces, and it has a little, the back of it has, the opening has a piece that's big enough to put a small quilt. So she has made me several different seasonal quilts that I can put there, and this year it is the Nativity Baby Jesus. So I'm looking forward to having that up next year. So cute. And one other thing that I made, with my mom being in the nursing home, she sees other people with lap quilts, and so she had said to me, I would love to have a lap quilt, and so I got busy on that. Her favorite color is pink, and I actually had a bunch of pink and yellow and green fabrics set aside to do something with. So this is her on Christmas morning when she opened it, and she loves it. And it has flannel on the back, and it's nice and cozy, and yeah, she really loves it. So that was a nice, we got some nice Christmas pictures there with her that morning. So anyway, and then the last thing I wanted to show you, I'm going to do some spring pieces after I get some of, well, I'm going to do some, I'm going to finish up a few more winter things for my bowl. And then I have some Valentine's things that I want to do. I've never been one to trim for Valentine's Day, but I don't want to put my bowl away. So I will do a few Valentine-y things for my bowl and my tier tray, hopefully. So I have a few of those planned, and then I'll start spring. And I needed some, that color is not good at all. It's a soft green, but this looks minty, and it's not minty. It's more of a, it's almost limey actually, but I can't get it to. Yeah, that's closer, but it's still, when I first turn it, it looks a little bit more, but yeah, so that's a piece of 28 count Monaco. And I have the spring strip, Lizzie Kate strip, that I'm going to stitch on that. And I have several other spring pieces that I want to do too. Also, plans. I am waiting. I'm hoping it'll come today. The pattern for the fox in the, I think it's called In the Woods series by Cottage Garden Samplings. I can't wait to start that. But I am hoping to dye my own fabrics, and actually I'm hoping to do that this afternoon or tonight, to at least do the blue fabric, so that I will have that ready to go when the pattern comes. And I ordered, it was new to me, I think it was a new piece. It's a winter piece, and it's on a dark blue fabric by Stitches Through the Years. It's just so beautiful, just so beautiful. I just ordered that yesterday, and again, I'll have to dye quite a dark piece of blue, I think, to do that. And there was something else that I ordered that I'm hoping to start. Can't remember what it is. Anyway, that is it for me today, I think. I've been sewing project bags. I had a couple of finishes with project bags last week. They're sold. They were in my shop and gone very quickly. But I have a couple more laid out, ready to sew. Just waiting. I was just waiting for the power to come on. I kind of wanted to sew all weekend, but didn't happen. So I'll try to get this uploaded this afternoon, and then have some time for sewing and stitching and enjoying life. Anyway, COVID has gone crazy here. The Omicron variant has definitely made a lot of issues. In our little province, we have done fairly well since the beginning. Our numbers were low, and we had several days, you know, in there that we thought we were at the end of this, and we have had, since I think the week before Christmas, we have had probably 90% of the days have been record-breaking days. Yeah, which the numbers again aren't huge for compared to other places in the world. Like, we've had days that were 1,100 and 1,000, 800, you know. I think we were down one day as low as 700. I know we had some days that were in the 700s. We might have even had one that was in the 500s, but most of them have been 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100 cases a day, which, like I said, for a small province, those numbers are pretty high. But apparently it's not too severe, this dose, this strain, especially for people who have their shots. And I have the first 2, and my appointment for my booster is on the 27th, so I'm anxious to get that. But it's still a lot to think about. this week I had told you that we weren't allowed to bring Mom out for Christmas Day. We weren't allowed to bring her out, but we were still allowed to go in. Well, that changed last week, and now we're not even the designated, which my sister and I are the designated caregivers. We're not allowed to go in, but she doesn't seem to grasp it. So far so good. I hope it stays that way. But anyway, I hope wherever you are, you're doing well. I hope COVID has not caused issues for you. It's caused issues for everybody, but I hope that you're well and that you stay that way. I hope you have lots of time for stitching. I hope you have wonderful plans for stitching in the new year. And again, please stay well and stay safe. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great day. I'll see you again 2 or 3 weeks. Bye-bye.